sorry for the bad lighting, gentlemen, but we got the cops out here again. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining in. Today we're going to be doing some simple but much needed add-ons to the new Diamond C trailer. Some stuff I should have had slapped on there at factory, but hindsight will get you every single time. Nonetheless, we'll get her taken care of. But a couple little things I want to mention before we really get in this video. Video's been slow this week. The power company's been killing power to the whole town because they're fearing high winds will knock trees over into their power lines and cause another forest fire. California's had a couple doozies this last year or so, or 2 years. They're on a pretty good run. Thankfully, this summer's not been that bad, and they've taken some decent precautions, I guess. But we have to suffer with no internet. Still have power to the house, but the internet provider that we have across the canyon from a different mountain sending a signal to the house, I guess they don't have power there, so we don't have any internet. But we have internet right now, so I got a video trying to upload for you guys. Next thing being is I made a video. I said the cops showed up. They showed up on their own, you know, to investigate suspicious activity parked out in front of our driveway. We didn't call the cops. I don't really like to call the cops unless it's absolutely necessary. And, you know, it's like calling for backup. You take care of stuff on your own up until a certain point, and then you got to call in the law. So before we go too far along and people call me clickbait for mentioning cops showed up while I was doing X, I'm going to show you guys they actually showed up. So here's a clip of them showing up in the driveway, 2 sheriff's officers, 2 different cars. Boom. We got the cops out here again. More suspicious activity out of the gate. If you guys are new to the channel, we've had a lot of people wanting to block the driveway. That's not the problem. Today, get out of the light so you can kind of see the cops down there. We had there's a homeless gentleman, which isn't a crime to be homeless. It's really sucks if you are homeless, but you guys can see him down there talking to him, hanging out by the gate. And the reason why we're worried about it is, well, not too far from here there was a whole pack of squatters that sat down on my buddy's property, and he tried to run them off, and well, they shot him. The reason called the sheriff's department. Okay, California has some goofy laws. I know they have a lot of goofy laws. Anyway, first and foremost, one that really makes me mad above all their emissions crap is squatters. Squatters have so much rights. A cat can come in here, not an actual cat, a human being and his family or whatever. Several people can come in and take camp and call themselves squatting on the property. They have so much more legal rights to stay there on that property than you do. To kick them off, you have to take them to court. You got to have people show up to call sheriffs. It's such a hassle, and I never have experienced it, but I've ran into one of my buddies the other day. He owns a piece of property probably less than a half mile away as the crow flies, and he said he had just bought the land. Some squatters showed up, started squatting on it, and yeah, he tried to get him to leave one night. They shot him in the gut. Then, like, I think he said there was 8 of them. They all beat him with clubs. And somehow, through the grace of God, I know that sounds extreme, but he's living. I don't know. I saw the scars. I seen the bruises. I guess they weren't very big with their clubs, and I don't know what they shot him with, but I seen the scars. Like, he's been shot, and it was like 4 weeks ago I heard that story. And the reason why we called the cops here is because My lady and I, we bought this place. We have a couple, call them tenants. My buddy lives here, and then Taylor's friend. It's another girl. Taylor's here. What if something goes down? I'm not here. We had this kind of a weird kind of guy sitting here on the curb, and it kind of scared Taylor, so I was like, bite this thing in the butt right now. I'm not gonna go down there and try to get this creeper to come out. So it was kind of a false alarm-ish, I would guess, but you know, people can lie. 2 sheriff's officers show up, talked to the guy, told him he had to move it along. They hung out for a little while, and you move to a new area. It's not bad to talk to law enforcement and, you know, be acquainted with them. And I talked to him about the people blocking the driveway. People block my driveway all the time. It's ridiculous. So he informed me that everything I say and run them off was correct. And then a guy can show up and just start saying he's squatting here, and you have to go through so much effort to run him off. And if he's got hostile intent, what if he goes up to the house and hurts the lady? What if he hurts Boone? You know, both those are pretty damn serious. What if he touches a truck? We don't want none of that. So we just called the cop, called the sheriff's department, got it taken care of. Long intro. Let's go ahead and get cracking on this. So what I have done here is this trailer is pretty much all based off of hydraulics. Hydraulic jacks in the front, hydraulic dovetail. It requires battery to be charged all the time. I have it hooked up right here, juicing her right now. They come stock with this plug-in, which is nice, but I didn't even think about it. A solar panel, or I just get a cheap one. I have several vehicles that I don't use that often. I have a solar panel rigged up. So I installed this on there last night. Very simple. You just run it in through all the looms. And I used double-sided Gorilla Tape. So I don't think it should go anywhere. Got it circled all around. Yes, it only points one direction, but what was I gonna do? I'm gonna put it up here? What if I put the bucket on the wheel loader up here or something like that? You know, that's not really gonna play that well. Next thing being is we've got the battery taken care of. Hopefully it'll stay juiced. I know it does wonders having a simple solar panel on the dump trailer. Next thing is chain rack. So this is all from Diamond C. This stuff, you can have it added to your trailer when it's at the factory. I wish I had done that, and I'll tell you why. They have to modify this at the factory to get this sucker to fit. Then they weld the chain rack right straight to this. I had the upgraded platform for a winch and receiver added to this sucker. There's just not quite enough room to make this thing fit. So last night I came out here and was screwing around before it got dark, and I notched those out to fit this. Still wasn't enough. And then I had to notch for the receiver hitch. Kind of, I don't know, it kind of sucks. I'm gonna drill a couple holes in this. Really kind of a bummer. Fresh powder coat, fresh paint job, brand new trailer. Brother, I would say I kind of messed up. So what we're gonna do is just gonna slap this thing on there. Hopefully we don't have any goofy people running by. As I came down here planning what I was gonna say for this story, I heard some stuff out in the bushes, and I was like, what the hell is that? And couldn't tell what was going on, but it's actually a girl riding a horse down the highway. I think I got a clip of it for you. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I'm freaking worried about squatters all the time. Then I go inside the shop, and I hear somebody talking out here. I'm like, what? It was my buddy from across the street. Him and his lady came over to talk. They were waiting, go to dinner or something. But anyway, let's get this thing rolling. I'll throw you guys on a time lapse to see if I can get this grinder action going and complete this thing tonight. I am for one with you guys. That was not easy to start grinding on a brand new trailer, but we got to make this happen. Actually got really lucky, and it is right where it needs to be. 3/4 inch on both sides, so that thing's nice and centered. I ground down. I just eyeballed the ride height a little bit for each side, and checking the gap with this, it looks very close. So what I'm going to do here is I had to grind the weld back just a little bit, but I left a little bit extra because I don't want to start grinding into the main beam here. They have 4 bolt holes on each side. I ground one of them off, so I'm just going to put 4 bolts in this thing total. it should not go anywhere. I don't want to keep putting a bunch of holes in this, and I don't want to start grinding into my all this and start welding on it. 4 little holes ain't gonna affect the strength of this sucker. I'm not gonna have a winch right here on the top. I'm gonna have a winch right here. I already got it made. It's actually in the shed there. And then I gotta get a toolbox right there. So it's difficult trying to find a size toolbox actually. I don't have any black paint, or else I would obviously like to touch all this up that I cut, but at only 4 bolts it pops right off there. Oh, 3 bolts. Makita's got too much power. It just popped that son of a gun. I don't even know where it went. Okay, so Makita will break these little tiny bolts. Good to know. Thought I'd fire the camera up real quick while we're on the subject of some creepy, I don't know, they're not really creepy, just suspicious. You know when the cat's walking like, who are you? You ain't no gangster, you're walking down the street, you don't even got a car. Those kind of people though, people that got nothing to lose can take everything from you. Simple. They could come in here, do some stupid shit with a knife. I did a head count last night, I didn't realize it, but can't say the word on YouTube or else they demonetize you, but pow pows, you know what I mean? Pew pew. There's 4. There's only 4 that I could just jump down and grab right now. So, you know, you got to be careful. Protect what you got. If you got to call the law, you got to call the law. Simple. Brief intermission, sorry about that. Taylor brought home bacon cheeseburger for me, so I had to go down, had to go up to the house and scarf it down. But if I could just set up a camera on time-lapse to just capture the people around here. Just walking down here, some jackass fault did a cookie out in the road down there. I heard him start to peel out in the driveway, hit the blacktop, peeling out in his Silverado, and they all go down the street right across the road from here. I've never been out that road. I don't know what's going on out there, but apparently it's gotta be like a crack house or something. So I'm gonna get this thing out of the way, let some more light out there, finish up this project. And I want to go inside and watch the new Off the Ranch video. He's renovating that freaking mansion, and I like that series. That guy's cool. If you guys are curious, I tried to carry my personality energy-wise like old Matt does. He's cool. Anyway, let's finish this trailer so we can go watch him work on a mansion. Come on, baby. Now we install the little catch can. Okay, so if you guys don't understand what this is for, it's very simple if you didn't quite grasp it. So you put your chains, binders and everything in here. Now these guys, they can unscrew and completely fall apart. So you have this box on there, and if that unscrews, it'll catch it. And all your chains, you can put both ends up on here, or what I like to do, let me grab the long one. I don't know, I'm sure everybody does this, but for the people that don't actually do this kind of stuff on a daily basis for a living or whatever, you take your chain and put it in there. You got all this extra chain, you don't want it laying on the deck, and you don't want it falling off the side of the trailer, so you toss it all in the box. we got two ends to this long sucker. What you can do, so it's not hard to pull it out of there rather than put this end in there, just do this. Bada bing. Just like that, we're all set. And so they don't bounce out. Oh, get my thumb in there. Just like that. So it came with some self tappers. I'm not really positive if these were to screw the chain mount up there on. Well, I hope not, but I'm going to use them on the deck. I got oak boards here. I do have some sealant coming for these oak deck. That should be here Friday. My boy with the Fumans down there in Texas helping a brother out. I appreciate it. So set you guys time lapse. Let's get this screwed down. All right, I am extremely happy with how that turned out. Yeah, a little crude. I'm kind of bummed I had to drill into a brand new trailer, but it seemed to be a better option than welding. Yes, I could just go grab the welder. It is right back in there in the shop. Little bit lack of inventory. Got these new speed binders. These things are actually pretty sweet. I'm gonna rock them for a little while and see how I like them. Yeah, you got to use a drill gun, but better hope my organization stays up to par so I can use these things, because they do make life look quite a bit quicker, but they are noticeably thicker in the center region. They've been having a lot of fast food, it looks like, so I gotta double stack them. They are spaced out a little bit rather than one after another, side to side. Let's open her up. Only got 3 chains, but that's all I needed to haul the machine I had the other day. One was long enough, I was able to just double end it, whatever. But I see one problem right off the bat though. If I'm planning on doing some winching, we're gonna have to think ahead before I put my winch in the receiver plate. So that is kind of a bummer right there. And oh well, I don't think it would have been much different coming from the manufacturer straight up. But the reason why I never wanted to put my binders out here on a chain rack is because these ones and the current ones I have fall apart. They don't stop when they get to the end of the thread. They just fall apart. I've seen some guys had some that they stopped. Mine don't do that. But now, even if they do fall apart, got a little catch hopper right there to grab them all. So I'm pretty happy about that. This oak needs to get treated quick though. As soon as I get that stuff, I'm going to throw it on the trailer. People have been harping on me about doing that, and this stuff's on the way, It's rained a couple times this week, or last week, but pretty happy about that. I think it turned out pretty slick. So we got solar panels, we got the chain rack. This up here though, I've been looking. So this measures just about 38 inches wide, 11 inches deep, and then on the big end up here, you can see it's angled. Is about 1 foot or 10 inches tall right here. So I've been trying to find a little toolbox to fit right there, not something that's going to fit binders, because I got that taken care of luckily now, but I want to put some ratchet straps, some extra chains, some little knickknacks up in there, but I can't find a toolbox that really, I want like a miniature size, something for the back of your truck type of thing to fit right here, but I can't find one that's just right size. If you guys know of one, send me a link to it. I'd really appreciate that. So there's one other thing I wanted to add, but I'm gonna run out of time tonight. I actually tried to mount this right here, this little fella, so I could put the lights right there. I thought that was gonna work slick, but didn't quite have enough room. So on my next adventure with the trailer, I'm gonna mount them right here to the side. But as for right now, I'm gonna clean these tools up and run up the house, call her a night. Anyway guys, I wanted to thank you very much for tuning in, watching these videos. It means the world to me, and I like sharing my experiences, and hopefully I shed a little bit of knowledge on some subjects. Again, all my videos, they all started off with the idea of a question I had. Something that, dang, well, let's see if YouTube's got a video for that. A lot of the times I came up short. I couldn't find a video that answered those questions, so I'm going back through every little question I ever had, and I wanted to search YouTube for it. I'm trying to find it right now. So little things like that. Even a chain box to go up there, a chain rack. Again, that's all stuff you can order straight from Diamond C. It will come on your trailer. If you guys order Diamond C trailer, you let them know that I sent you. I really appreciate that. But the chain box, you can buy it an additional, put it on your trailer. That's what route I went. Got it after the fact. They would weld it on there. I used some bolts, a couple little bolts, and if I accidentally hit that thing with a tractor loading it up, now it's just bolted on there. I can unbolt it, call Diamond C, order up a brand new one, bolt it right back on there, and I don't have to grind any more than because I don't want to grind any on this trailer, you know what I mean? So I think that's kind of a little better option. Again, I don't plan on hitting it with a tractor. Keep the tractor from hurting the trailer as best I can. So we're gonna end it right here as far as the Diamond C trailer modifications go. I'm gonna get another tire cover for the spare with the Punisher logo on there. I like that, it's a good little touch. All this stuff, little knickknacks, like I buy it off eBay. eBay's got pretty much everything, eBay or Amazon. Other things I plan on doing to the trailer right off the bat, the stain, it's gonna be coming quick, and hopefully use it. I'm thinking it's Wednesday night right now. Friday should be the day that it gets used. I think I'll haul the 12 with it first round because going to a new job site and I don't know the lay of the land for going up there. Then I'll come right back, get the 80 and get the Prime Tech. And Prime Tech weighs a decent amount if you guys are unfamiliar with the channel. And in regards to calling the sheriff's department earlier in the video, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Call it a sissy, call what you want. I respect the law as far as, you know, trespassing and stuff like that. I don't really care to do any part of that. If it's your property, I'm gonna stay off it unless you give me permission. The world's coming to a weird turn because people can just walk on your property and just, I don't know, claim jump you. What the hell? Then they can shoot you. And that guy that got shot, by the way, they're not doing anything on his behalf to run those people off. They're not filing charges against those guys for attempted murder or none of that stuff. So that's some BS from our DA. I'll tell you that much right now. So you got to watch out for that stuff. So watch your six. Do all you can to protect your family. And I don't know. People say cameras help. They might help catch the guy, but first step is protect yourself. First line of defense. We are MAGA around here. Second Amendment strong. So hope you guys are too. Anything positive for the country and your family. We're gonna end it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Hit them buttons for me. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's got me paranoid. I'm always looking. Always. It's ridiculous. I need more lights. I want one motion light, trip the whole property, light it all up so they go, huh. Well, either we can see what to really steal from now, or whatever we touch, the guy in the house is going to see us touching it, and they'll hopefully just leave. Comment below if you guys got any weird stories of home invasions, trespassers, squatters, any of that mess, and we'll end it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Long video, but I appreciate and love all you guys. Later on. See you.